Again.
Right, no problem at all. My two people, Gillian and King Thorn, have unfortunately had to leave, but I shall start again. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. CFU support the investment case presented. Been involved throughout its life stages, initially through the wider stakeholder consultation process and more recently as part of the CMUA steering group. I can say the process has been about collaboration. All of the discussions were about the multi-use functionality and what this city and region needs. Interests of sport, including rugby, concerts and cultural, have received an airing and compromises have been required. It has been a partnership approach. The leadership of Mary Richardson and the council team in managing those discussions has been of the highest order. The city needs an arena that we can be proud of and represents us now and for the future. In all major cities, it is part of the fabric of facing the world and showing we are serious and meaningful for people to come here, along with all of the economic and wellbeing outputs that it delivers. Rugby is thankful for the input of council and government in quickly establishing the temporary stadium, and we continue to work with the Stadium Trust to enhance the experience for patrons. All parties acknowledge that the existing stadium is putting participants under financial stress and that the goodwill of the community erodes each year as we and as a city are missing out on many opportunities. Two examples where the existing temporary stadium struggles to deliver outcomes. The current growth in New Zealand of women's sport is rapid. The Canterbury women's rugby team, who are the best in New Zealand, cannot play a game of rugby at the same venue as the men and receive the same facilities. The women's team must leave the venue, sometimes in a bus, after their game to have a shower. All Black Test matches are no longer played in the city, with the last of these in 2016, 5 years ago, as the facilities do not compete with others and Christchurch misses out. It has been 8 years since the earthquake and proposed another 5 to build the arena, so a 13-year delay for the people of Canterbury to return and enhance what we had before. I've had no direct dealing with Government Treasury, but equally hope that they are moving the project positively forward. We will support any governance framework to achieve the build and will continue to work with any party to provide input into the detailed design to ensure it meets the need of the participants. In terms of how the arena would be managed post-build, a locally led operator resonates with our community-based organisation and we would support that. Presenters here today share the same passion as rugby for the city and region to be revitalised. It's time for the city's leaders to inspire and unite the people, young and old, who have invested here, whether that be financial, emotional, physical, sporting or cultural. I wish you well in your decision to allow the multi-use arena to proceed, and thank you again for the opportunity to present and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Well, you have allowed some time for questions, so that would be good. I hadn't realised about the women's rugby, so I thought that was something that I hadn't been aware of before, so thank you for raising that. You're right. I mean, it's just another reason why that there is that need to get the impetus going. Does anyone have any questions? Yanni?
Thank you for the deputation. Just in regards to the sort of investment case, and a lot of comments been made about the temporary stadium creating financial strain, but I'm just trying to understand in my mind whether how a brand new stadium with all the expense of operating it and the costs associated with it, which would be considerably more than the temporary one, will alleviate the financial strain.
Yeah, well, that's part of the operating model that the council and the people charged with operating it will need to work through. Clearly, rugby's going to be a part of those discussions. The construct of the model that we have at the moment was put forward from when the original earthquake and designed to get that operation and entity back up and running. So what you have at the moment is a lease agreement or a traditional tenant-landlord arrangement that is completely different to anything else in the country, and there's a number of data, and I'm sure your council will be able to help out with that. So looking forward, we're just looking to get back on a partnership model and working with those operators to put it into some sort of context.
Right. So, sorry, just there may be others that have questions.
Yep, Sarah?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Just wondering, you said that there were some, compromises made both for the sports and the sort of concert type users or tenants that use the stadium. Has there been any thought from those user groups, like tenants do in other buildings, for actually putting funding towards the fit out and other bits and pieces to make it more fit for purpose for you users?
Yeah, so the stage we're at the moment is we have an investment case at a higher level. All the detail, as you work through the detailed design, and at the moment we have some assumptions made in the investment case. The detail and behind that will happen as it works its way through.
But if there are things that we've not been able to do, there is the potential for tenants to be able to put some funding in to make it more fit for purpose.
I would say that's absolutely no doubt. Yeah.
That's lovely. Look, thank you very much and appreciate your time here today. Thank you.